Hey guys, I've been having trouble all day with trying to do a video on Red Wash. My camera's been acting up. My dogs have been barking. The guy out, he's out here doing construction, so of course my dogs are all on high alert. I tried to do the video. I started and stopped and started and stopped so many times, it's crazy. I got Gigi, her red washes on there. Sorry, I got an itch. And that messed up. So I'm going to show you on Macy. I'm trying to get her on camera so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And I know the lighting is weird. I got some shade going. Now I've put veins on her and I have not baked it. So I'm going to do a quick test to make sure the red's gonna not mess with it. I don't think it should. It's been dried on there. It's sitting there a while. I don't think it's messing with it. No, it's not messing with it. So what I've done is I've mixed up Genesis Straight Red. And I'm pressing with purpose. Not super hard, but hard enough to get some color on there. And also I'm blotting it really well on the paper towel first because I don't want red spots everywhere. Like there. I don't know where that is. So turn your sponge this way and that. I'm really happy about how the veining turned out on her. Seems like there's a big... There we go. Okay. So, and we're also going to hit the creases with this red. It's pretty thin. It's wash consistency, obviously. But we're going to hit those creases anyway, just so that there's color, more color building up. And after we use the detail brush in the creases, we're going to use the smudge brush to pull it out, just like you do normally when you crease. And on your baby, you're going to paint inside the mouth. Straight red, nothing fancy. And if you want to do just straight red for creases, you certainly can. You don't have to add blue to anything. And I also had darkened the areas with regular blue to try to get them deeper in those creases. But again, my camera was acting out, so that didn't work. I'll have to do it again. So we're going to do creases. I don't know what that is. We're going to do them very quickly. By the way, if you ever do it like a budget style baby, this is how I did all the creasing on the little cuddle heads that I made my cousin's kids. It was very quickly done. Every time I did a wash, I did creases. So the creases weren't like prominent, but you could tell that there was some. Obviously, it was a budget baby, so not much detail to her. It's still cute. Put some color. Make sure you pounce those out. You don't want paint pulling in there. And when you pull them out, you'll notice the little streaks. Wipe them out, pounce them out on the ends there. You can see me pouncing on them, trying to get streaks to come off. Okay. Inside the ear, around the back of the ear. Super duper fast. It's a wash, guys, not an actual creasing. I love this little brush. I got it in the makeup department at Walgreens. It was in a set with some other things. This works really good when you're putting white on a baby, like the fox face. I was like, what am I doing? What brush am I grabbing? Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on a second. Okay. There we go. A little extra. Mm-hmm. And I'm turning the sponge. Oh, why is this so dark? My bad. Pressed too hard. That's why. Got some dark red square looking things on there. Okay. Hey. Darker spots where I was pressing too hard. Give me just a second to wipe them off. The letter could be the modeling underneath, just showing up through darker. Not sure. It's hard to tell. It's shady, shadowy. Okay, there's her face. You do that twice. Let it dry in between. Wait, hang on a second before I forget. Got a little too much paint in there. It's pooling out. Quite heavy. There we go. All right, hands and feet. I'm gonna get a different one. That one's pretty wet. What did I do with my sponges? I'm having issues. Hang on a second. There, right there. Okay. Since I've already done one baby, it's pretty saturated. I just don't want it to mess up on this baby. It gets too wet. Then you end up with a bunch of red in certain spots. So it's kind of annoying. Manipulate the vinyl. Trying to keep it on camera. Sorry. Now, if you feel more comfortable, you can do this before you do the bouncing on there. That's fine. You can see their creases are not very, they're not very strong yet on this one. So again, you'll be working on creases and shading and anything else, the little details as you go. So it's built up nice. And I won't show every time I do creasing. Like, I'll just tell you when I've done it. So I put several layers. And you can also do blushing hands and feet. Occasionally in between like layers of skin or whatever. I would say don't do it when you do a wash, but you can do it like if you do a modeling layer, or say you're working on just the nails or whatever, you can do that. But do it if you're gonna do just little details at a time. I would pay attention to you know how you have to hold the baby to get stuff done on it. So you would want to do certain things before other things, just so you don't end up wiping good paint job off. So right now I'm showing you guys the creasing first. You can do bouncing. And that kind of helps get rid of the excess that you pull out too. So, I mean, if you like that method better, then go ahead and do that. Fuzzy. Now, if you want a darker skin tone, you can always add burnt umber wash. Since my babies are usually lighter, I try to avoid that, but I did do it once on Americas, and it made her look really good. So we are going to do what's called caramel colored wash too, but this baby will have to be baked before we do any more. I would not suggest doing layers of washes after each other unless you bake them, because I'm always afraid stuff is going to rub off and not look right in some spots. So thinner starts to evaporate. So I keep the color consistent by adding little drops of thinner as I go. So I don't want the pigments, the higher concentration of pigments towards the end. It doesn't keep consistency on your baby that way. I'm gonna sneeze again, hang on. Oh, my. Oh, that was the longest wait. Oof. I was thinking there for a second, well, maybe I'm not going to sneeze, and then there's definitely some kind of something in the air. Allergies. Crazy allergies. It's probably dust bunnies. I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe I'm getting allergic to my animals. I don't know. Can you develop allergies later in life? Oh well. It's not like I'm gonna get rid of the animals. They're staying. I'll just deal with the sneezing. Ow, my finger's stuck in the little. See if there's a difference. I don't want to grab the head by the head. I want to grab it by the. I can tell the difference. It's definitely pinking up. You guys may not be able to see, but I can definitely see. She's looking cute. I've been putting off doing Macy. She's one of those kits I've always wanted to get done and then put it off and put it off. Finally, I decided she's been put off enough. We're going to go ahead and paint her. And I wanted to do Georgia. I was going to call her Georgia. Gianna and Julia. Just because it's a cute kit. So. And I tried to do two babies at the same time. Except for the fox, because the colors were not human. So after I get her second wash, I'll put both babies in the oven. And then when we come back, I'll do a caramel wash on both of them. And I'll show you how to mix that color. And what the caramel wash does is give them a little bit of an undertone that's glowy and warm. I think you guys will really like that one. Kind of makes the baby pop. And if you're following along with the primary method, it's a type of yellow, so red, yellow. Just primary, you would do red, yellow, and then a blue. So we may do a blue color for the third wash. So there you guys go. A little hint on how primary method goes. Oh, and if you really want to learn the primary method, Sue Ellen has a tutorial on Patreon, and I think it's called Live Effects. And if you go to Facebook, there's a group called Live Effects, and it's got her name's Sue Ellen starts with a T, and I can never remember her last name. So, but she's an amazing artist, and she shows on her Patreon. She shows you every little trick that you can think about, a whole bunch of different skin tones. She's amazing. I highly suggest you checking it out. Alrighty. Oh, big stretch. Oh, big stretch. Well, this time around, I'm not going to mess with doing the creases. I'm just going to do the baby. Hey, drop in the comments what your favorite kit is. Which kit have you been painting or enjoy the most? I would say if I had only one choice, I'd say Laura is my favorite. The one by Bonnie Brown. I've painted 4 of her, and I just absolutely love that kit. While I'm not going to do her creases, I'm still going to go do the inside of her mouth and nose, just because it takes forever to build that up. And I'm going to do the inside of the ears too. It just helps to build that up. You want them darker than the skin tone to look like depth. And the lips are actually quite a bit darker than the skin tone anyway, so. Okay, so I have a suggestion. If you're going to do the inside of the ear, when you pounce it, it kind of goes everywhere. So we'll see this. That way you don't have to go over the ear but once. The whole ear. That would make more sense, right? And a little ear flap. Alright, when we come back, we're going to be working on the caramel wash, but I'm going to go ahead and work on the nails too before we do the caramel wash. Just to try to get them a little better. So, and I'll be doing that on camera. And I'll try to do it just on Gianna and Gianna and Julia. We'll just call her Gigi. And I'll try not to do too many with Macy unless my camera messes up. And I definitely want to show you something. So, it's a good thing I'm doing another kit, right? You guys excited for January? I'm going to be working on Charlie Arcello. My eyes roll back in my head. Charlie Arcello. And I'm doing him as a super freshy newborn. So I'm going to have to brush up on how to do the, what do you call it? Dry skin. So that'll be fun, right? Amazing. And you might be asking, hey, what color are you going to be doing these babies? Hair. Color hair. And I think Macy's going to have dark hair, like really dark hair. And Georgia, Gigi, I think I'm going to do her as a redhead. Oh, did I show you how to mix up the red hair color for Maeve? I don't remember if I showed that or not, but I'll definitely show it on Gigi. She'll be a little carrot top. I'm listening to Christmas music. I've got little ear pods on. I can't have it in the background as I'm recording or it'll get flagged and it won't let me show it on YouTube. Getting in the Christmas mood. Christmas spirit. Okay. Oh, this baby is so cute. I really pull them fingers apart. Oh, come on. This is just really not wanting to get in there. Okay. Okay, since these nails are pretty far apart, and I really can't get that in there very good, we will hit them with a little bit of a brush there. I just love Cassie Brace babies. They're so detailed. It's crazy. Lots of little chunky rolls and pretty nails, and just love them. Now notice how I'm holding this, but it's dry, so I don't think I'm going to leave any finger smudgies. Shouldn't be leaving any finger smudgies on it. I don't think I've ever heard that Christmas song. It was called This Is Christmas. I've already heard Away in a Manger and something else. I don't remember. Remember that one from when I was a little kid and we were in Sunday school and we did the Christmas pageant in church. I was always what was I? Most of the time I was one of the angels in the background. So, I remember those days. I always liked it. And I don't know, I always liked Christmas pageants. Like school plays too. I remember Thanksgiving play and I was a turkey. Yeah, I like doing that. We didn't do like the typical Thanksgiving, like, what do you call it? The Pilgrims having Thanksgiving with the Indians. It was always some silly, goofy thing about turkeys. Weird songs, goofy songs somebody made up. The turkeys running around with the guys chasing them, trying to chop them up with an axe. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun in those skits. It was not a real axe, it was a fake one made out of cardboard, but still, it was funny. You imagine a bunch of 10-year-olds running around with weapons? That would be scary. Getting hungry, my stomach just grumbled. It's okay, I'll fix something to eat while I'm waiting for these babies to bake. It'll be all good. Almost done, yay! Alrighty. That's it, guys. Next video will be the caramel wash and little nails. Okay, thanks.